When anybody tells me that they are perfectionists, I'm not going to admire them anymore. It's a hassle. It's a serious hassle. Hello to whoever is watching this, if it ever gets out. I caught myself thinking, actually, no, I think I've been thinking about it for a while. I just didn't know how it would happen or if it would happen. But it's happening today. And I think it's a perfect day for it to happen. I mean, for me to do this very imperfect video. Well, I want to do 2 videos. I thought, let me do the shorter one, the most likely shorter one. And to tell you why I'm doing this video, this year I discovered that I may have an unhealthy affinity with dollar stores. I think it's just because, by the time you start tracking what you're spending, I think I had an idea, but I was just okay that it was sort of like, it wasn't having any serious impact. I know that, I think it's more obvious. I think that's the major thing, the fact that it's more obvious to me now. And, I've been called out on it severally. So I thought, what, let me start documenting what I'm doing when I go to the store. Like, not at the store, because when I'm at the store, it's so serious that when I'm at the store, I don't even like to be distracted. That's like when I'm on a call, I'm like in school. So my friend was calling me today now when I was at the store. I did not talk, I was just listening, like, but I wanted to like focus. I think I like it, and one of the things I said was it was therapeutic, but there has to be cheaper ways to revitalize yourself. So basically, this video, and I'm sure you don't understand it because I'm very sure I'm rambling, but in honor of Oyin's counsel, I am going to do this anyhow. I'm just going to do it because I want to. Despite the fact that I'm struggling with all the imperfections that there are, I'm daring myself to just do one, and I'm going to post it. I'm daring myself to post it as well. I just will not tell anybody that I've posted it, but I'm going to post it, and I'm going to call it my PD series episode 1. So basically, I want to review all the things I got from the dollar store. There's one more thing I think I may have dropped it somewhere. It's not here, but I'll go ahead. I thought that was like going to be the thing that will use to justify all my spending. But I'm doing this video basically. So I think I spent a total of, I have a number in my head, I think it's like $30-something, but I can't find the receipt right now. So, and I want to go ahead. So about this, okay, most of the things in the dollar store are $1.25. In fact, actually the basic cost of everything in Dollar Tree is $1.25. For whoever doesn't know, Dollar Tree, not Dollarama. However, recently they've now done the thing where some particular things cost $1.50, but when they do cost that much, you'll find that they'll put a poster like this to say, okay, even though everything else is $1.25, this particular thing is $1.50. So when you're calculating how much I spent, if you want to, or judging me, just bear in mind, my defense is that they're all $1.25. And if there's anything I bought that that they definitely sell cheaper anywhere, please let me know. I just don't have the energy to be going around stores and looking for what is cheapest in what place, which is the proper thing to do when you're being wise about your spending. But since I don't do it, I would appreciate anyone who says, this thing, like this wafer tamara ni, why am I speaking reverse? Sorry, this wafer that we buy in whatever other store for 16 cents, I'll be happy to not buy it from the dollar store. But anyway, this is my first purchase. It's a wafer, like biscuit. Well, we call it wafers when we're growing up. They call it wafers too, actually, in this place. We tend to snack a lot on these things when we're working. I think my husband and I, we don't encourage much of these things for our daughter, but my husband and I tend to snack on these things. And speaking of wafer, I feel like I may have bought the chocolate for him or for our daughter. Okay, let me even see what I said, what I didn't buy mine. I bought the chocolate for him. I bought this one, This is also wafers, but this one is lemon. I think I like lemon flavor. So I bought this one for myself, and as you can see, it's more expensive. I'm just realizing now that I'm seeing it. I was looking around for the green sticker, like, hope right there. In fact, actually, there's some things I picked that when I announced that they were $1.50, I dropped them back at the where I was paying. If words are disappearing from my mind now. But anyway, this one is $1.50. I refuse to regret buying wafers for myself for $1.50. And then, thankfully, I mean, this is also wafers, but it comes in like squares so that you can just pick, as opposed to these other ones that will be long and then you feel compelled to eat the whole length. This one is like shorter and smaller, and I think I bought strawberry flavor. What happened actually is that each of these types of wafers had multiple flavors, but I bought like one of each type just because, you know, the variety. And so I think I bought the strawberry flavor for our daughter. And what else did I buy? I bought this sequence thing. So for whoever may not know, I have recently dabbled into crafts more actively, I would say. So I think I was curious to see what I could do with this. There are a number of places I was thinking to see if I can like lay it on. So I just bought one to try it out. I bought pillowcase. Yes, $1.25 pillowcase, satin actually. I think that's what I buy them for, because they're satin, and if you if you're African, the nature of our hair requires that you use satin pillowcases. I think it's better for the hair, something about moisture retention or something like that. So or it doesn't absorb moisture. I don't know, Sha. Bottom line, satin is good for our hair. And so I tend to, I think it's maybe the third or fourth time that I bought pillowcases from the Dollar Tree, because it's satin. Although this one is now not feeling as satiny as all the ones I've bought before. Or is it not? It's polyester. It does feel a bit skinny, but whatever. Bottom line, I'm mistaken about polyester in terms of satin. I think I should have checked. I think in my mind all the pillowcases are satin, but now I remember that they are not. Now that I've bought polyester. But then again, who loses from having a $1.25 pillowcase? I don't have that many, that matches all the bed sheets and all that. I bought eyeglass pouch. I currently have like 3 pairs of eyeglasses in my purse. I use one most regularly, as in my medicated glasses, and then there's one that is big. So like I wear glasses sometimes for like when you're a bit self-conscious of where you are, sort of like that Abacha vibe. Anytime I wear glasses that is not medicated, I think of Abacha, in the sense that, and whoever doesn't know Abacha, Abacha is Abacha, or well, Abacha. He used to wear sunshades, and somehow I realized, oh, because I wear sunshades, that's why you have liver to do all the things you do. Celebrities do it as well, like when they are sort of under the eye, when they're being like over assessed. And sometimes it's me over assessing myself, but I'm over assessing myself from the perspective of other people. So I'll wear glasses even if it's not sunshade. Especially now that we're wearing masks, like when you wear glasses and then you wear a mask, you're not too worried about what your facial expression is saying, which is a thing for me. So I bought eyeglass pouch, and I think I hadn't used in a while, because I wasn't wanting to use the fixed ones, like those ones that like block. But I think this is a good way of carrying them without like messing them up in my purse and then having to wipe them down before usage. So I got this. And then I also got zippers, like not Ziploc. The size I am, because this is one of the sizes I've been looking for recently for stuff. I buy the craft related Ziplocs from there, and then normal Ziplocs from maybe Dollarama. But I think I may be keeping this in the kitchen as well, because sometimes you're storing stuff and they're not necessarily food items, and it now feels like a waste to be using the actual Ziplocs. So I think I bought this, that I'll keep this downstairs. And I think the size, so I'm unboxing. I think the size is good. If you're hearing any noise, I'll show it to you later, but it's very windy It's very windy out there. I actually recorded a clip when I was coming, just because of like how. So this is the size, right? And if I was buying, and this is how many now? This is 10 pieces for $1.25. If I was buying from Dollarama, like if I was buying the actual Ziplocs like Sealit and the rest, it probably would be more expensive, I imagine. So I find, I mean, I'll consider this a good buy, honestly. Just, when you're going, you're on your way out, and then I find that I'm very hesitant. I'm picking something that's Ziploc pens, for example. I carry markers to church for my daughter and her peer, to keep them busy during service and stuff. So this is a good size for keeping markers, pens, crayons, and some of the tiny coloring books that go. Hydrogen peroxide. Okay, I was about to say that I honestly don't know what they use this thing for very much, but I do know that there are a number of times when I've wanted to do something DIY and then they'll say hydrogen peroxide. I couldn't remember any of them when I was there. I'm now seeing here that it kills harmful bacteria and it's antiseptic, which is probably what that means, and maybe not. Anyway, it's antiseptic, so this is going in my bathroom. And then maybe if I need craft related thing, I'll carry it from the bathroom to my room. So it's a first aid antiseptic for minor wound cleaning, kills harmful bacterial germs, helps to reduce the risk of infection. You see, I just don't know the difference between this one and alcohol. What they call it? Yeah, alcohol anyway. Like what you use to wipe around. So bottom line, I bought something for first aid because I care for my family. I also bought this diaper disposal bags. I'm just going to go ahead and open it. So disclaimer, I already have this kind of bags, and not because of diapers, but those bags are usually very useful for like what you want to pack, either what you want to pack or what you want to dispose is just tiny. I don't have anyone close by, and I'm not about to start. I actually have one close by now that I think of it, but I'm not bringing it out. So I bought this just to compare sizes and just to know, like, okay, that same thing about is this size any better? Yeah, and I do like, so what this one will have over that one is that it has handle. The other disposal bags I buy from, I think, Dollarama, it doesn't have handle, so it's just white and it just stops like here. This one has handle, which means you can tie it, you can hold it, and it's very handy for, I think, multiple things. So this is all the things. I think it's like how many? 75 pieces. I'm not apologizing. I did a good thing. So I mean, like I said, it will come handy in multiple. I find that they do, like, you want to just pack a little, just a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I bought lip balm. And why? Because I've been suffering a little bit of dehydration recently, and I thought it might make sense to see how this works. The fact that it's not I don't know, somehow in my house we don't tend to favor the cylinder type. We tend to favor every other type apart from cylinder type. So I thought I'd try this, see how well it works, and if it does, I could buy more. So I bought one, basically. I bought this thing. I think they call it they call it a silicone glove. But what I want to do with it, I guess it can work too. Like when you're holding something hot, it might work for that kind of thing. And then between the two sinks, I was thinking to put it so that you can put like sponge, and just to keep that side of the sinks clean. I don't know. Yeah. I bought these as well from Dollar Tree. I bought them before, but I bought two the last time I bought them to try, but I put them in my two friends' cars. Their steering wheels tend to be very cold to the touch in winter, and I was driving them for a time period. Their cars, I was driving for a time period, and I found that I tend not to wear gloves, and it was almost like punishment. Like, Shabi, you don't want to wear gloves, you will suffer today. Like, so when I bought two, I just gave the two of them first. Like, these your two cars, they need help. I gave them, and then I was like, I should have bought for our own car too. And then one for our car, and then one for somebody else's car that I have in mind. Now that I've tested it. Speaking of lip balms, I bought this one as well from the store. Or like I said, all these things $1.25. I bought this one for my daughter because I bought one pineapple one from, which I'm currently using actually, from, I want to say Giant Tiger. And I gave her one, but she misplaced hers, and then was very pained that I wasn't going to give her the second one. So I bought this one to see if she too, because I think one of the things we do need to inculcate the habit of lip balm, as you would probably see from my lips right now. This thing I got. This is one of the things that look like a funny buy. Like, cute. What do you want to use this for? But this is why I bought it. I'm gonna say it now. I saw that it is a roll away and let the dice decide what chores to do today. So I'm one of the overthinkers, in case you don't know. So I thought it would be cool that maybe on the days I'm feeling lazy, I can just roll the dice and, okay, what does it suggest? Okay, clean your room. And then that's what I do. There's other things like dust and vacuum, clean the toilet, scrub the floor, wash the dishes. So let's take the day off. Okay, so I thought it'd be cool, and then it would be cool for my daughter as well. Like when I want to send that message, like I don't know what to do. Then my daughter is very creative with finding excuses. So I'll just go and roll the dice and let the dice tell you what to do, and whatever the dice is to do, that's what you're doing. So it'd be good for like Saturday or a day off when there isn't any structured activity. I bought this knife, I think because I watched a movie recently where a female actually benefited from having this, and the fact that it's multiple things in one. But I bought it specifically, it has specifically because it has scissors and knife. Then it has can opener, Phillips screwdriver, nail file, corkscrew, flat screwdriver, bottle opener. So it's 8 in 1 basically. But I bought it for the scissors and for the knife. Scissors because everywhere in this house has scissors. I almost always use the scissors, but knife because if anybody wants to try something, like when you're in danger kind of thing, not like go around hurting people. I bought this. I think I've had a recent affinity for peach, which is now looking like purple lilac. Anyway, I bought this as per hairband, as per we use hairband, and it's $1.25. I buy sometimes from other places because I'm not sure if this one will last, like will it stay on the band thing, but I have glue, so if it doesn't stay I'll glue it back. So I just bought it like just to, okay, I have some other colors, but I thought it'd be nice to add peach to my collection. And actually I may be giving it to somebody else with whom I spoke about hairbands this morning. And then socks for my daughter, 3 pairs, $1.25. I'm not complaining. And this cup. So I'm one of those people that drink tea in the morning and nowadays zobo in the evening. And I've been trying to decide which mug to personalize in my collection. I hadn't yet decided. There's a crack, but it's maybe from me. I hadn't yet decided what mug to personalize. I remember recently I saw in a movie where they were using this transparent thing for like tea or coffee or something. I was like, I think it's a like sophisticated people kind of thing. So when I saw it, I was like, ooh, yeah, this is perfect. I think I may put like, I don't know, put a message on it, something like that. I may, knowing myself, but it's still very, very darling. Like it's very, very swoosh, like ooh, without, and it's quite big. Like, which one is quite big? It's big, bottom line. So I feel like it will serve, and so I bought it. And then last but not least, I don't even know if I should show you this one because I suspect I may want to give it out. It's a beautiful message. So I had in mind one of my baby sisters in church when I saw this, so I think I may give it to her if I don't eventually fall in love with it and keep it myself, which happens a lot of times. But the message was just, I guess, perfect, and I liked it. I like the setting of it and everything. I can make this. I have the resources to make it, but I bought it. Bottom line, it says you're beautiful, you're powerful, you are powerful, beautiful, brilliant, and brave. I just really, really liked it. Now that I've said it, I'm going to give it to her because it's a message I want her to have. I also bought this very tiny garbage container for the car. So it's tiny enough that it fits into those that hole for like SIPA and all that. Okay. Welcome back. I found the remaining things. So this is the pattern now. So this is the garbage container that I got. I did put one in the car before, but it wasn't as accessible for everybody. Like everyone couldn't reach it, or maybe like because it didn't have a place. So when you're driving, you may not find it. You're not put it somewhere else and plan to. But I think if this one is in that cup holder, is more accessible, and then everyone can just dip things in it. And then I may use one of the either these garbage bags or the I think the other one that I have would be more appropriate for it. So maybe like once it's full, you can just pull out the garbage bag. One thing I realize I do though is, okay, yeah, this is the other one that I was talking about. One thing I realize I do, like I mean the plan is to have these garbage bags, like to have the whole row in this, and have just one that you've put, so that when you pull it out you can just replace right away. But I noticed that I tend to I'll actually just like empty the garbage bag and use it again. I don't know that it's bad, like I probably won't do it if there was something very yucky in the bag, but if it's just like paper, tissue, you know, and something that broke off something, then I'll just empty it and use it again. So I suspect that this particular is even too big for it. So I'm still searching. So what had happened, part of why I bought this one was because I was looking for something that was smaller than this one, because now it's like folded in because there's still so much in it. Like it's, see, they are not even mates at all. So basically I'm still searching for a tiny garbage bag. If anyone stays around where I live and has an idea, please feel free to share. And then I also bought this. At first that I was buying it for myself, like, oh, this is a good idea, but no. And I remember that I've been looking for something that I can, something for my husband. So either myself or him, one of us is going to use this. I'm happy to use it, you know, to sort of encourage myself to drink water. The problem I had with these things was that they would not have, this hole will not be covered. It will just have the straw hanging out of it, and then the straw will not be covered too. So you want to carry, you carry like this with dirty hands, and then you now still put your mouth in it. But I like that this one had the option to take off the straw and cover. Yeah, take off the straw and cover, and then the straw itself is covered. So this was just perfect for me. I was like, wow. So there was pink, there was gray, there was green, and there was one other color. Gray, I was like, we already have like enough gray. We actually have green as well, but I think the advantage that green has is that it can work for, I feel like it can work for anybody. Like anybody can use it, and it's still cute. You understand? So that's why I got green. And then, okay, I got this mat for to place on the center table in my living room. I have a yellow one there, and I have like sort of yellow decor kind of thing, but I thought like, let me replace it with like gold. Is it showing? Yeah, gold. And funny enough, the other side of it is yellowy. So if I wanted, I could test this out first, and then if I was, you know, accentuating the decor a bit to become more yellow, more gold, I could use this. I feel like I'll use this one first. It doesn't look like apparent that is the back, so I'll use this first. I'm about to change the color, but for now is yellow, and I'll do this. Last but definitely not least is this container, which is this container that is also 125. So what I tend to do nowadays is, instead of buying plastic bags from the stores, I either see if they have any of those like plastic and paper cardboard boxes. Is it cardboard? So like boxes that that they used to package things. So I look for those, but if I don't find them, then I buy a container that I think I can use again. So I may buy a bag, Ghana must go bag, for whoever knows what that is, and or, you know, an alternative, but something that I'm you know, I'm confident that I can use in many other ways apart from use for garbage. You understand? So that's what I've been doing recently. So what I did was have them put most of what I bought here. This video is getting very long. I'm just doing it anyway. Yeah, so that's what I did with, and most of them fit. I think it was only just this guy and the garbage bin that didn't fit, and then this antique that I just put, like I just held it up while I was packing, and that was it. Yeah, but that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching if you did. Thank you very much. Bye.